Hello, how you doing? I'm going to talk about Jamal Bryant et al. The dress. Now, it's my opinion that his wife is an exhibitionist. I have seen that in church before. She's an exhibitionist. She shows everything. Everybody look at me. I have seen that in church. When I was a teenager, there was someone in the church who was an exhibitionist, shown off, and maybe there were more than one. And I remember I wore a short dress to church once when I was a teenager, and I should have been rebuked for that. Um, well, some old lady did say something, but uh, it was shameful. That's the first and only time I've done that. But there are exhibitionists in the church. I have seen it in my adult life. Women who wear revealing clothing, and they come to church with that mess. Okay, so the church is no place for that. You need to go to a strip bar if you want to wear that type of clothing, to tell the truth. Um, as like I said, as an adult, I've seen it time and time again. I mean, I'm talking about in this modern day. I've seen women wear provocative clothing in the church. And I think it's very shameful that women are in a pulpit preaching, call themselves preaching. They got BBLs and all this kind of tight, provocative clothing. What are you going to tell people? They can't even dress themselves properly in the morning. What are they going to tell people? I think the motivation of Jamal putting his wife on display like that, because, as the head of a household, he does have something to say about how his wife dresses. I think the motivation of him putting his wife on display like that, and her, no, she's an exhibitionist. He goes along with it. It's to get more worldly people into the church, to get the worldly people have money, the pimps, the club owners, the strippers, to get them in church. Look, forget about salvation. Forget about getting them in church to get saved. That's not the intent. The intent is to get them in church, to get the worldly people in church because they got money. Okay, I think money is the motivation. Any man that would put his wife would endorse something like that. And what's the truth? Is that if his wife had died that day or been killed in some way that day, she would have gone straight to hell. There are a lot of women in hell overdressed. I submit that to you. African women who have been to hell, like I said, Africans, they go to hell just like on a regular basis, just like you go to McDonald's or something. But the women who have gone to hell as a tourist, they have said a lot of the women are in hell because of dress. There's no micro mini shorts or any kind of shorts of any matter in heaven. There's no provocative clothing in heaven. There's none of that. And I think Jamal Bryant doesn't understand that God is a holy God. He doesn't understand that. If his wife had died that day, she would have gone straight to hell, dress and all. If Jamal Bryant had been killed that day, he would have gone straight to hell. Why? For endorsing what she wore. Then and I think the reason why Jamal Bryant keeps provoking God is because God has not judged him yet. And since God has not judged him yet, he thinks that's a license to keep doing this and keep provoking God, because God has not provoked him. God has not judged him yet. And then there's a video of Brian Carn being licked by some girlfriend. Okay, now, see, the Brian Carn is another one who's in this perpetual sin. And I think the reason why he keeps sinning is because God hasn't judged him yet either. And so he's getting comfortable with the sin. Jamal Bryant is getting comfortable with the sin. Jamal Bryant's wife is getting comfortable with the sin. And they don't understand. Brian Carn is hell bound. His girlfriend is hell bound. Jamal Bryant is hell bound. His wife is hell bound. They both hell bound. He doesn't understand that. And I also think that Jamal Bryant is sending the wrong message to black men. A lot of black men go to his church. He's sending the wrong message that it's better to spend $35,000 on a frock than $35,000 on some property. And this is a time when the homelessness among Black men is very high. He's sending the message to Black men, look, it's better to spend $35,000 on a frock made for the porn industry than spend $35,000 as a down payment on the house. Or even some land. You can buy land cheap in rural Georgia. You can still buy it. So that's the wrong message to send to Black men. So my conclusion of the matter is that it's provocative clothing. It has no place in the church. She is an exhibitionist. That if a woman is an exhibitionist, she needs to go to the strip clubs. She's in the wrong place. There's no place for that in the church. She needs to go to the strip clubs. That's where she actually belongs. And you know, the stupid Black people listening to that. I mean, what can she say? I mean, if she get the mic, what can she tell Black people? I mean, you know, what can she say to Black people? How can she preach to Black people? She don't even know how to get herself dressed in the morning. So she gonna get a mic and tell Black people what? But look, the truth is she's an exhibitionist, and Jamal Bryant endorses her being an exhibitionist. Bye.